Alright people, it's time to continue our series on every single song from the Starboy album. And Reminder is exactly what the title says, but The Weeknd's reminding us of two things. One, that he's famous and powerful and has lots of success, and two, that he's not kid-friendly. Those are the two big messages that come through in the song. I think you're gonna like what you hear, and remember that if you want to actually listen to the song, I won't be playing it in this video because it's illegal, but I do have a link down in the description to The Weeknd's Spotify where you can hear it all. Alright, let's get on to Reminder. Let me explain. Hey everybody, my name is Clifford Stummy, I'm the Pop Song Professor, and welcome to my channel where we're all about helping music lovers like you to understand the deeper meanings of popular songs so that you know what your artists are saying and can enjoy your music more. Today we're talking about Reminder by The Weeknd, and I actually already wrote up a quick description of it. This is the basic outline of what happens in the song. Verse 1, he lets people know, hey, I'm successful, but I'm also a successful adult, not necessarily a kid or a teen. We'll get into why in just a second. 2, we have the chorus where he says, I'm gonna remind you of this, don't forget. Verse 2, he sings, I'm not kid-friendly. Well, he doesn't really say that, but he gives lots of examples of why he's not kid-friendly and why he kind of just does whatever he wants. And then finally, the bridge is to some unnamed woman who he just wants to start shaking it up. And that's the basic gist of Reminder. Let's get a little bit deeper into each stanza. So in verse 1, he sings, recommend play my song on the radio. You too busy trying to find that blue-eyed soul. I let my black hair grow and my weed smoke. Blue-eyed soul sounds like a reference to maybe white people who sing soul music. The Weeknd saying, I'm gonna continue being who I am. I have black hair, and I'm gonna smoke my weed, so maybe who he is racially and then who he is just like based on his life choices. So you can keep doing what you do, but I would recommend playing my song because it's obviously the best. He sings, if it ain't XO, then it gotta go. There's some debate. Some people think that XO is hugs and kisses or kisses and hugs, and then some people think that is a reference to ecstasy and OxyContin, two drugs. But it's also the name of the Weeknd's record label, and it's kind of like his catchphrase, sort of. So he's saying that if it isn't XO, like if it isn't me, then who really cares? And here's the part where we hear about why he isn't safe for kids. He sings, I just won a new award for a kids show, talking about a face numbing off a bag of blow. He's talking about the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards 2016, according to Genius.com. And talking about his face getting numb off of a bag of blow is a reference to Can't Feel My Face, which is a song that he writes that's about him getting his face numb as he's getting high on cocaine. So he says, I'm like, goddamn bitch, I'm not a teen choice. And it's basically him sitting there thinking, wait, how did I win this award for kids? Like, I was singing about drugs. And it's almost a personal insult to him because he doesn't want to be like kid friendly, and that's part of what the song is actually about. And so particularly in the song, he uses the N-word a lot, he swears a lot, he uses God's name in vain, he uses bitch, he talks about sex, he talks about doing tons of drugs. It's almost as though he's trying to create the perfect song. It's almost like he's saying, I dare you to make me the Teen Choice Award for this song. And that brings us to the chorus where he sings, every time you try to forget who I am, I'll be right there to remind you again. And that's basically the whole point of the song, is as a reminder to people who, one, think that he's not that big of a deal, and two, to people who think that he is family friendly. Maybe that's not like his actual intended meaning, maybe he's not trying to like alienate families, but it is kind of the message he's sending that like, hey, I'm kind of an adult and I'm for adults and I'm serious. It's like he's taking the concepts of adulthood and seriousness and combining them and kind of treating them as one idea, which could mean that he also sees people who are more centered on kids as kind of like a joke or not serious. Verse 2 has at least 5 references to drug use, 3 references to sex, 2 references to making a ton of money, and 3 references to the awesome music he makes that's better than everybody else's. In particular, he sings, all I want to do is make that money and make dope shit. It just seems like niggas trying to sound like all my old shit. I mean, obviously he does more than that. He's doing drugs and having sex too. But that's like the main theme, is he's making music, he's making money. And if we take a step back and look at this verse, it really does seem as if maybe he's trying to throw off the shackles of being considered family friendly or somebody who would get a Kids' Choice Award. There's just so many references to so many things that people don't put into children's music. And that brings us to the bridge, which just seems to be kind of randomly thrown in, but he sings, why don't you shake something for the dawn, don't you break nothing. Big girl, won't you work something. I don't want to be too quick to judge this bridge, but it's almost as though he was saying something, and then he kind of like lost focus, got lost in the bridge, and decided, oh, I'll just go ahead and have sex with somebody. But it could also be a very clever way of pounding home the points that he's been trying to make. He's so much of an adult, he's so serious. This song is just kind of undeniably connected with who he is as a person, and that person is somebody who has sex whenever he wants, and does drugs and all this other stuff. And that's the basic story of Reminder by The Weeknd. He does what he wants, he makes a lot of money, he does more of what he wants, and he's not necessarily happy about being a Kids' Choice Award. And he's kind of confused why anybody else would pick him for that award. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you have a better understanding of Remember by The Weeknd. If that's something that you're excited about, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and check out some of the other videos that I've made on this channel, including a lot of the other The Weeknd explanations from Starboy. Please comment below a song you'd like to hear me explain, and let's talk next time.